Welcome to On the Anvil, the Blue Forge Productions interview series. My name is Brianne DiMarco. I play Gogo Gidgit on Ghost Sniffers, and I'm also the post-production engineer. Today I'll be interviewing the actor who plays Gogo Gidgit, Brianne DiMarco, who's also the post-production engineer. Hello, Brianne. How does it feel to be on the Anvil? Like looking in a mirror. I assume you mean metaphorically. Not really. Tell us about Gogo Gidgit. Gogo is 19, she's a college student, she's completely obsessed with steampunk, and she spends most of her time when she's not in school going to cons and helping out Faith Forge. How did you come to play Gogo? For instance, Gogo is autistic and you're not. How did you prepare for the role? I was really inspired by Ryan Cartwright, who plays Gary Bell on Alphas, and I think if I could be half as good as he is at playing an autistic character while not being actually autistic, I would be totally happy. Episode 3, where Gogo is introduced, was a very challenging episode. Tell us about it. Episode 3 was shot in Fort Worden, which seemed like a really good idea at the time. However, it's about an hour and a half drive up, and then you have to park and hike in like 15-20 minutes. It was also about 30 to 40 degrees each of the days that we went, and everyone was pretty much freezing the entire time. Some of our viewers have never heard of the word steampunk, which is used to describe Gogo. Is steampunk a word that Ghost Sniffers made up? No, actually, steampunk first originated in the 1980s and is characterized by gears, steam-powered energy, airships, and Victoria-era clothing. What would you like to see Gogo do in a future episode? I think it would be really awesome to shoot Gogo in an episode that takes place at a con. You've done other things with Ghost Sniffers. I've done voice work, puppeteering, makeup, costume design, cat wrangling, and also post-production engineering. Let's talk more about your role as the post-production engineer. What episodes have you edited? Actually, all of them. I'm working on episode 6, doing the final touches right now. Tell us about your process. I start by organizing all of the video and all of the audio, and then I assemble it in a program called Power Director, and I add in all of the music, all of the voiceover, and then I go over everything with Jennifer because she has final say on everything. And once we've approved everything, then it produces, which compiles everything into one video, and we upload to YouTube, which takes pretty close to 4 or 5 hours. What scene posed your greatest challenge as an editor? The split screen scene with Maxo and Maximilian in episode 4. I think one of the lines, Maximilian says, "What's Forge's problem anyway?" And that scene was really difficult to do because the lighting kept changing, the camera would re-autofocus between the two of them, and so the two sides of the split screen were not the same color. And also, when they did that, the first time that they do the scene, Max plays one character. And then when they do the other character, Jen reads Maxo's lines if they're doing Maximilian. So if Jen is reading at a different pace than Max reads at, and Max reads really fast, all of the timing is off. And so you have to go in and do ridiculous tweaking to make it actually flow like a normal scene. Did you go to school to learn editing? No, actually, I didn't do any schooling for video editing. I graduated from high school, and when we started working on Ghost Sniffers, Jen goes, "Okay, so this is the program, it's called Power Director, and this is how you're going to put everything together." And I've just basically taken it from there. That's remarkable, if I may say so, about myself. Let's go back and talk about costume and makeup design on Ghost Sniffers. What does the costume design process entail? The first thing I do is I talk to Jen about what the color theme is for the episode. For instance, the first episode was green, the second was yellow, the third was bronze or brown. And then once we have decided on a color for the episode, I go with Faith, so I have her there to try everything on. And we usually go to Goodwill because they have more of a selection of, say whatever color we need. Because if you go just to like Walmart or to the mall for an orange shirt, you may not find one at all. So you match Forge's makeup to the color theme of the episode and her outfit. But what about the makeup design that had to be done for the episode 4 sniffs? Tell us about that. The skeleton makeup for episode 4 has been my favorite so far. I was really inspired by the makeup artist who did Lady Gaga's makeup in the Born This Way video. I think it's like halfway through, she suddenly has full-on skeleton makeup, and there's a guy who's like, I think he's tattooed with skeleton makeup, but anyway, it was really awesome. And I found YouTube that was a tutorial on how to do skeleton makeup, and I just grabbed some of our extra Halloween makeup, tried it on myself, and I was like, oh, I can actually do this. Okay, cool. In the first 6 episodes, what's your favorite moment? It was definitely when we were shooting the end of episode 5 with the Kraken, when the Kraken kidnaps Faith, because we were at Point Defiance, and we're walking around with these gigantic Kraken arms, which are attached to wooden poles, and it was a Sunday, so everyone and their dog, literally, was there. And staring, but it was hilarious. This concludes my interview with Brianne DiMarco, the actor who plays Gogo Gidgit and the post-production engineer for Ghost Sniffers. This has been incredibly awkward. I agree.